Hello, everyone. BravoCon day one is over, and oh, my dogs are barking. The day was full, the day was wonderful. Oh, let me get Wendy's ring. I I wore Wendy Osefo's ring. People were like, "Oh, I thought you got engaged." I'm like, "Not with this. I would not get engaged with something like this. I would want a nice ring." And this is just, something, it's just Wendy's ring. It's a ring that symbolizes theft. Let's talk about Wendy. Let's talk about when, well, let's a few more people get into the room. Hello. The energy has been incredible. The set, last night we went to watch what happens live, and it was very fun. Me and Chris had a great time. I was so tired. I was passing out. So I had to go home halfway through because I was like, I'm falling asleep in this theater. In the theater. Like my body was just like done. So but what I saw that I enjoyed thoroughly. Oh, goodness. After, what is the word? So the first thing we saw was, which panel was it? It was the Valley when we came in. Didn't nobody care about that? So I immediately started looking for She by Sheree. I said, since, I don't care about the Valley, let me go look for She by Sheree. Now, I'm going to say this. Sheree's face is all up on the posters, like she's a current housewife, like she's added something to the Housewives franchise in the past 5 years, which she has not. Um, but they got her face up there. Just, I guess that's just old face recognition. But I thought, well, she's going to capitalize on this, and everybody's been making fun of her. Now she can turn She by Sheree into a brand. Bravo's giving her a second chance. And there was no booth. There was no She by Sheree booth. Oh, okay, so we will get to the Potomac panel. Let's see, let me scroll through the comments. Do I think Wendy is coming back to Real Housewives of Potomac? Have I been able to ask any disrespectful questions? I was able to ask Kyle, since you are I said, since you are the longest running housewife, what else do you have to, or what else do you think you have to offer us? And I'll let you see her answer on the panel. But I didn't want to bring up seasons 13 and 14 because it would look like I was trying to milk the moment, and I wasn't going to give her the opportunity to act like she forgot, because heifers will pull it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you pull it today. You ain't gonna embarrass me. They should have a Joggers Spring Summers booth. I mean, what would be her storyline? I don't know, but there she's gonna be there. She's gonna be there. So the Potomac panel, we started off owning it with Wendy. And like we all knew, she said a whole bunch of nothing. The elephant remained remained in the room. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I believe that all the people that asked questions were production. And they all got in line quick enough, and they only let like 4 people or 5 people ask questions. When I tell you, like, you can see my picture, like we were ready to ask the real questions, and they cut it. They cut it right before Chris. They didn't even let it get to me. They cut it before Chris. And they only allowed for 8 minutes or barely that of questions. They were fucking pulling it like teeth. Like teeth. Production, I'm telling you, because the thing is, if you put production in plain clothes, that just looks like a person. You can't tell. That's a snake about to shed its skin. So, like that, the sissy that was talking about black women, the one that me and Chris was rolling our eyes at, girl, that's just it just smelled of a plant. Oh my god, that's a monstera. Those large leaves. That was a plant. The question just seemed so. I've just never, like, like he just came off so inauthentic, so utterly and completely inauthentic. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, I did a good job with the nail color today. Yeah, I was mad. Girl, I was hotter than fish grease. I was like, hold it. You're in public. Do not like when Erica got really mad and Kathy Hilton was like, take a breath. And Garcelle said, hold it in. Yeah, it was Rinna said, take a beat, take a breath, hold it in. And so that's what I did. I held it in. But when Wendy said, these are allegations, and that's all they are right now. But I will also say, I feel like when Wendy brought up that Tia was Nigerian, I feel like she winced and was like, no, don't claim that right now. Don't claim that right now. Don't claim it. Oh, I was very unhappy with how that turned out. And I mean, I was like third, and then I let Chris in front of me. But I believe that it was a scheme that production set up to bring us the bullshit. And I know they told them, don't let anyone ask any real questions. Ooh, hold on. Here's how I know. You want to know how I know? I'll tell you how I know. So whenever you ask questions at BravoCon, the producer that's running the line asks you what your question is. I never saw the producer do that to anybody. They're just going to go up and ask anything. Yes, if they know what they're going to ask already. I watched that producer never ask, not ne'er one. I was waiting. I did not. I will have to check the photos to see if she has on the front and Chris going to ask. Because when I asked Kyle at Beverly Hills, that's the producer was like, okay, what's your question? That producer was cute. That producer was very cute. I was like, did y'all fly in here from New York? He's like, yeah, we flew in from New York. I'm like, well, I live in Philly, so it's not that far. He was cute. I would go to New York to see him again. It's time Roy got credit for putting the Housewives on the map. I absolutely believe it was a stunt. The question anyone asked Ashley for dating advice. Be fucking for real. Maybe Chris should have staggered, increased your chances. Um, no, like we just needed to get in line earlier, but I'm telling you, like, they tell you when you can get in line. Now people just like I was first. I was first for Kyle. I was like, I may have missed Chizzy. I ain't missing Kyle. That was just I can't miss Kyle. But also it's that fine line of like making jokes with the audience and like kikiing with everybody and being mean to somebody's face and you never want to be mean to somebody's face. I was going to ask Wendy what's her ring size, but I felt like that wasn't going to land. It's one thing like for us to make jokes and kiki, but it's another thing to try to do and then have them hurt. No, you ain't getting me with that bullshit. I do my work behind the back, where you ain't supposed to be looking anyway. No, we'll be there for Married to Medicine. But I truly believe that Potomac panel, those questions, we were never going to get them. That. See. Mm. However, at Ask, oh my God. Oh my God, we've got a white on white crime moment. We've got a white on white crime moment. And it was so delicious. It had to be fattening. So I'm walking over to Chris. We're in the gold room, which is the largest room. And this this white sissy asked Andith Denise Cohen, why do you stand behind Housewives of New York City when it is clearly a failure? Girl, he read him his rights. I could not believe it. I had to go over, child. We high fived. I hope I run into him again. Baby, he let him have it for New York as only a pink toe could. Girl. Oh, it was beautiful. I knew all they knew all the questions would be towards Wendy and they dangled her like a carrot. Like a carrot. I heard there was a drama between Kyle and Erica. Is that true? I have to rewatch because so much was going on. And like, I'll be honest, through some of the panel, me and Chris are trying to figure out what we're going to ask. So we're paying attention, but then we're also like, okay, we're here for our moment too. Um, I will say Sutton did not diss Garcelle in any real way. I would say this: Garcelle has said a lot in interviews, and I wouldn't even call this a clapback. I would call this a I'm going to delicately sidestep this conversation. Now I'll say this: what's her name? Jennifer Tilly. When when Sutton said, well, Garcelle has unfriended me, and that's the way to tell somebody that they're not your friend. And Jennifer Tilly said, yeah, when